the country matters, and being a good man matters.
If someone had called him, all sorts of names, in addition to that, then the name calling, I would say, is vilification. But the substance of what people are talking about, you can't call that vilification when you're hammering the guy on what he proposes for the country and to do to the country.
Say that this is the person who is the endorser of Donald Trump who you should trust. When she won't even claim the culture that brought her to the table, I'm dubious that this will work. I don't know anyone who takes their political cues from Amber Rose, but just in case you do, you might want to duplicate doing your own research because she might not have done it thoroughly.
Amber Rose ain't yo sexy red. This is a whole new animal coming for the left. She's dangerous. Amber Rose is dangerous. Amber Rose is dangerous. Amber Rose is dangerous to the left. The Democrats are in full panic mode as Amber Rose spoke at the RNC convention by the president's request for her to be there. Because recently, Amber Rose started making headlines. She came out to say, you know what? I think I may just look at Donald Trump policies and just open my eyes just a little bit. So she went down the rabbit hole, deciding to do her own research, and she came out MAGA. Hello, friend, and welcome. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome. Welcome, everybody. My name is Amania. Welcome to The Conservative Poet, where I do political reactions, commentary with humor and some parody to drive home the crazies of what we're seeing in the society. So if that is something that is interesting to you, then I say, hey, friend, stay a while. Like it, don't like it, subscribe, comment, even if you don't like it, because that helps out. I could use your help. It really does help out. So thank you for participating with the video, and stay a while, and I'm going to see you in there right now. Friend, today is the day that President Donald J. Trump will be taking the stage to make his speech. It'll be tonight. But friends, it has been a tough week for our friends on the other side. The Democrats, the Democrats, the left, the progressives. Yes, all of them. The socialists, the communists. What else? The liberals. What else? God help me. You know, the Democrats. It has been a tough week for them because they have been coping all week. They have been paying attention. They are seeing the Republicans come together. Those that had issues with President Trump, Ron DeSantis during the their campaign, Nikki Haley, Nicaragua, Nimurata. They're seeing all of these people come together to in support of the president, in support of the party, in support of we the Republicans. And so, yeah, they got to cope with that. And so one of their major copes is some of the people that were on the stage. I talk about one person today on this video, and that's going to be Amber Rose, who is a rapper, model, got tattoos on her head. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but hey, to each his own. I ain't here to judge nobody. I don't have a tattoo anywhere on my body. So I'm just like not into tattoos. And when I see a beautiful face, a beautiful woman with tattoos on her head, it kind of throws me. This video is not about her tattoos on her head. I'm just saying, when I looked at the video, I'd never really looked at her. I never really paid attention to her. I knew she had tattoos on her body because I saw one of her videos that she did with the mayor of Magaville. And but I never saw this thing, and it looked like it was freshly done. Like, your skull is right there. Like, they take a needle and they buzz that in like I'm going to digress. I'm going to digress. I'm going to regress and digress, and we're going to start this over. I'm back. So Amber Rose has definitely got the left triggered, and some even called her dangerous. And our friend, you know who? Crying Van, crying Van. He said that she is dangerous. Her speech is dangerous because her speech was able to connect to everyday people, because her speech spoke beyond the room, but directly through the television to people who are on the fence about Donald Trump. And so I was like, wow, Crying Van made that analogy. Okay? And not just our friend Crying Van, but you know our friend Stephen A. had something to say as well. We're going to cover all of them. We're going to cover Joy Reid and her breakdown. We're going to cover Jonathan Copen. You know our friend Jonathan Copen. We're going to cover him and what he had to say. We're going to cover Stephen A. Smith and what he had to say. And we're going to cover our friend Crying Van and what he had to say. You don't want to miss this. Let's go. We're going to hear from Amber Rose herself. I'm going to play the full, it's about a 5-minute clip of her speech. We're going to play the entire thing so you can get the gist of what Amber Rose had to say and why is it that they are calling her dangerous. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Amber Rose. I'm a model and entrepreneur. Thank you. But most importantly, I'm a mother. My whole world revolves around providing for my children, keeping them safe, and giving them an opportunity for a better life. That's something that unites all American parents, whether we're Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, or liberals. We all want a better country for our children. But I'm here tonight to tell you, no matter your political background, that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump President of the United States. Now, you may be wondering why I'm up here telling you this. I'm no politician, and I don't want to be. But I do care about the truth. And the truth is that the media has lied to us about Donald Trump. I know this because for a long time I believed those lies, so I'm here to set the record straight. The first person I knew who supported Donald Trump was my father. I was shocked. My entire family is racially diverse. And I believed the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist. My father said, "No, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about?" And when I insisted, he said, "Prove it." So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump. People have to do their research. I watched all the rallies, and I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters. I realized Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love. And that's when it hit me. These are my people. This is where I belong. So I let go of my fear of judgment, of being misunderstood, of getting attacked by the left, and I put the red hat on too. Thank you. Love you too. I never felt more free and more love for my country than I do now. I want to thank my father, who's in the audience tonight, for opening my eyes. He served over 20 years in the U.S. military. Thank you for your service, Dad. Where's he at? I love you, Dad. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. When I met the president and Melania for the first time, he was kind and generous and funny as hell. Very funny. The First Lady was gracious and smart with a smile that will brighten up any room. If you're watching this tonight, you know our country is in trouble. Just like me. When you go to the store and buy food for your family, you're shocked. When you fill up your gas tank, you're pissed. I know I am. And when you turn on the news, you are just exhausted. Inflation is out of control, and you know in your heart it was not like this under Donald Trump. My message to you tonight comes from a humble place. The left told me to hate Trump, and even worse, to hate the other side, the people who support him. When you cut through the lies, you realize the truth. American families were better when Donald Trump was president. We were safer, wealthier, and stronger. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote to put money back in our pockets and good food on our kids' plates. Yes. Or, as Trump would say, it's a vote to make America great again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Seen that, heard that, good. So there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. Now, what did Amber Rose say that was so bad? The left thinks that she's dangerous. Van Jones, crying Van, says she's dangerous because of that speech. Because her words were able to go to the other person on the other side of the screen. She was able to connect with the people. And she was genuine. I thought she was truly genuine. Because a lot of people feel that way. They feel that frustration. I just got gas in my car. I felt that $45 frustration. I wanted to blow something up. I went food shopping earlier today too. The bill was out of control. I'm like, man, this much for what? I didn't get anything. And so people understands that. She understands that. And so she said, you know what? I had to go down the rabbit hole. I had to go and do my own research. And I can testify to that because I had to do that for myself. I talked about my own story not too long ago, and I explained it that, you know, I had a good friend who hated Trump, and she had like hatred. And I had to understand, like, why do you hate him? Why is he so hated? And I needed to understand that because I couldn't, because people loved him before when he was the businessman. And now he was running for office, or he was in office, and people hated him. So I started to do my own research, just like she did. And I went back and I watched the rallies, just like she did. I went back and I dug and I dug and I dug. And I came out MAGA. Just like she said, I put on the red hat. And when I found my tribe, like she did, found my conservative people, yeah, I am home. I felt home. And it's not about skin color. This is about your beliefs, your morals. This is deeper than skin. It's about your faith. It's about love of country. It's about love. And so when she said, yeah, I found my people, I know exactly what she means, because it's a connection. You know, there's nothing quite like being at a Trump rally, obviously. And I say that all the time on this channel. Being around, Trumpers, or being around conservatives, because we think alike and we have fun and we pray and we call on Jesus and we call on God, and we do these things. We have some morals. And so that's part of being in the tribe, of finding your tribe, because we're all MAGA. We're all make America great again. We're all make our country better. We're all let's do better for each other. We're all about uplifting people. We're all about, you know what, you can do it. You just got to work a little bit harder. This is what we're all about. We're all about making our communities better. We're all about doing business, having entrepreneurships, and that's what we're all about. And so when you find your tribe, you say, yeah, that's where I belong. And so I think she did great. Again, I don't know about her tattoo, but I'm just saying. I think she did great, and I welcome her into the party. And because she's going to bring, this woman has over 25 million followers. So she is not a weak link, okay? She is bringing a lot of people with her. And all they got to do is hear her story, watch that speech, and yeah, she's going to change the dynamics. And again, she speaks well. She's a beautiful woman, and she's able to articulate her thoughts and opinions. And one thing she said was, she was like, she cares about the truth. That was one thing that made her go digging for the truth, is because she cared about it. And once you get it, once you're in that space, yeah, the truth will set you free. And Amber Rose has been set free. And the left, they don't like it because she spoke the truth to the American people, to everybody watching. You can relate, you can connect. Everybody could see that. And it's the truth. Donald Trump is going to make America great again, make it better, and give us pride so we can have pride in our country, so that we can love our country more. So Amber Rose, welcome to the revolution.
Blamed the incident on DEI and said that the fact that there were women and black people in the Secret Service is the reason this happened. That is a member of Congress who went out on the TV and said to the world that DEI was the cause of an assassination attempt. This is where the Republican Party is. So it's ironic that they were able to recruit this young woman who, she's a racially ambiguous. I don't want to say she's black because she has said she's not. So I don't want to say this black woman, this woman who is of whatever race that she has claimed. She said she's not black. But they've brought somebody whose whole career is based in black culture. She used to be on a show on BET. That's the reason most people know who she is. She dated one of the most prominent African-American rappers in the business, in the history of hip-hop. So her whole culture came from black culture, even though she says she's not a black person herself. And the fact that she is now the person they're using to try to recruit young people of color, and to say that this is the person who is the endorser of Donald Trump, who you should trust, when she won't even claim the culture that brought her to the table. I'm dubious that this will work. I don't know anyone who takes their political cues from Amber Rose, but just in case you do, you might want to duplicate doing your own research, because she might not have done it thoroughly.
So she won't claim the culture that brought her to the table, is what Joy Reid is saying. So this woman, her skin color, this is what she's saying. She's not claiming to be a black person. She's not claiming to be a person of color. And so therefore, the culture brought her to the table, but yet she won't claim to be, a colored person. And essentially is what Joy Reid is saying, which is, I don't know. I'm just trying to hold on to her conversation there. And she mentioned that DEI is the reason that somebody tried to assassinate the president. No, I'm going to say DEI is when you have a woman who can't put her gun back in the right place. Yeah, that's diversity, equity, inclusion, because this woman can't even handle her pistol, but yeah, she's trying to protect the president who was just shot. Okay? So yeah, DEI as a whole has a lot to do with this, because these people are being put in positions where they shouldn't be put in these positions. Okay? That girl is about this tall, big old President Trump. She can't even protect him. So, DEI for sure. We're going to move on. Friends, don't let the Democrats in their derangement of everything conservative get under your skin or stress you out. If you do, then I have a solution that will help. It's simple. It's burning candles. You've been doing it forever. Now you can just buy it from the Conservative Poet, because I have them on sale for 30% off at the OrlandoPatriot.com website. We know what candles do. It's not rocket science. They help you ease your stress. They are soothing for your mind, for your soul, for your spirit. So grab yourself one, grab some for your friends and your family at OrlandoPatriot.com and help them to soothe themselves again from the Democrat propagandists. Thank you. I approve this message. Friends, don't let the Democrats in their derangement. The cope goes really deep for our friend Jonathan Capehart, who is coping with all of this. We're going to hear him try to weave it into something and come out looking very, very stupid.
I mean, when she says, the left told me to hate Trump, but when you cut through the lies, you'll realize that life was better under him, that's a resonant argument for a lot of people. Now, of course, you have to discount the fact that there was a 100-year pandemic and everything that resulted from that. But if you clip that and put it on Instagram among, the people that follow her, that could pick up a lot of traction. That resonates with folks.
Well, sure. And, I would love to ask her, what lies? I guess one thing you could say when I cut through the lies, what lies are those? And then please tell me, how do you counter those lies you're talking about with the actual data that's there? We can talk about the emotions, because economics are emotional. And if people don't feel it, I get it.
In fairness, the left has vilified Donald Trump.
I'm sorry, define vilified.
You can argue the merits, but in fairness, the left has vilified Donald Trump. Threat to democracy, that he's a...
Is that a vilification or
he's
an
a proto-fascist?
Is that a vilification? And I don't mean to argue with you, Jeff, but I disagree with this notion that the left has vilified Donald Trump.
What lies? I don't know what kind of lies she talk about. She up there lying because she's talking about lies. What lies have we, the media, told on Donald Trump? What lies? What names have we called Donald Trump? What have we done? We've never really vilified Donald Trump. We've just been reporting the news, says Rachel Maddow. Russia, says Jonathan Capehart. That because he's a gay man in America, I'm afraid to be a gay man in America because Donald Trump is going to take away America, and I don't know how I'm going to be a gay man living in Donald Trump's America. Yeah, that's who we're talking about here. And so calling Donald Trump Hitler, calling Donald Trump the devil, saying you want to cut off his head, saying all kinds of things, like really things like the actor saying, are we allowed to shoot a president? And all of these things, yeah. These are the things, man. These are the lies that you're talking about. But they're truth because you all made people believe them. Charlottesville, good people on both sides. I mean, I could go on and on. But these are the things that you've said, and these are the lies that she's talking about. Because when you go and find the truth for yourself, you find the videos in full context, and you understand where he was coming from. When you say he's calling for the blood of people, or you're calling people vermin, and then they go and they look at the full context, and they say, wow, media, you's lying. You the lying, Jonathan Capehart. You the lie. You the lie. You the lie. What lie?
This is how you change the composition of the electorate.
Yeah, that was probably the most dangerous speak for the Democratic coalition. That is a young woman of color. She's describing the experience a lot of people have, feeling that maybe if you're around too many liberals, you might get criticized too much, or you might not be able to speak your mind. And she spoke to it really well. And she's way more famous than any of us up here. Yeah. I'm going to tell you that, way more famous. And so to the extent that these guys are trying to bust up our coalition, that was a bunker buster right there.
By the way, and it's one of the things we've been talking about, but there are speakers who speak to the room, and there are speakers who speak through the television screen. She speaks through the camera to the audience at home, not, I mean, she's effective in the room, but when you're yelling into the room, that is not communicating directly through the lens.
This person is super talented. Okay, like this person knows how to speak plainly and directly, knows how to use the camera, the cadence of it. They got something there.
Yeah. And you spent so much of your life energy just trying to hold it together.
See, not all of them are going to dismiss her. These people just had a real honest conversation about the speech that Amber Rose made. And so Van Jones, he said it. I mean, you know, she is dangerous because America can connect to what she is saying. And that's what makes her dangerous, because connecting to her will show the American people, yeah, Biden's policies has failed us. We were much better before. Things has gone at a way that we can't understand. Why is the economy so bad? It wasn't like that under Donald Trump. And when she came out and she says, to make things better, you need to vote for Trump, she was absolutely right. And that is what makes her dangerous.
Amber Rose gave a good speech. She talked about gas prices. She talked about shopping. She talked about stuff that hits home. Okay? And with her 20 plus million social media followers, don't think people are ignoring that. You can act and you can dismiss it all you want to. And there's a lot of people in the Republican Party, they didn't want her they didn't want her there at all. But she's a conscientious observer. And Trump knew what he was doing by making sure she was on that stage.
Amber Rose gave a great speech that resonates with people everywhere. Every single American resonates with the message that she delivered. And Stephen A. Smith is right. She was able to talk to the people. And I believe that the people heard. And again, you know, some of the things that she do may not be, you know, we may not be on board with all of it. But again, she's making an effort to start to walk the right way on the right. And so I welcome her. I welcome her and everything that she's going to do for this party, for our movement. And, you know, I'm happy to say that. And so we need to be able to get along with one another, see who's who and what's what, and build each other up and just take it from there. This is the way the good Lord said it to be. So friends, I want to say thank you for taking the time to join me today to break down this Amber Rose speech and also to get the thoughts from the other side, you know, the crazy media, get the thoughts from the other side. But it was good that a couple of them admitted that this was a good thing, that she did. Her speech was great. And of course, Joyless Reed, of course, had to, you know, come out here and attack her, you know, her color and everything. I don't know, maybe Joy Reid would like to be her color. Who knows? Any event, let's have a conversation in the comments. I say thank you, God bless you and keep you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share this video so that everybody can see this conversation with Amber Rose and what the left had to say about her speech. So thank you again, and I will see you in another video.